Guys, before the video starts, I wanted to announce that we're going to be in Texas again at Pate's Swap Meet. We're going to be down there 24th, 5th, and 6th at the Go Power Sports booth. So come down, hang out with us, get to meet your favorite go-kart YouTubers. We'll all be down there having a great time. Last year we had a blast when we built some mini bikes. Don't really know what the plan is this year, but we are going to look around for some sweet mini bikes. We're probably going to drive down, so we'll have a couple of our builds down there, probably just mini bikes, of course, because we can only haul so much in the bed of a truck. So come down and see us at Pate's, buy some Go Power Sports parts, meet your favorite YouTubers that do the go-kart thing. Enjoy the video. Well, look what crawled in the garage. Skittles.
I actually drove in the garage.
Yeah, he drove it in here. Look at the rear tire. He's gonna spin the axle around. Look at that. So if you guys remember this was the second go-kart we ever had, Little Red, and then we got this one. This has got Little Red's original, or the wheels we put on it when we did the live axle kit. And then we eventually went with the more race style slicks. It's a Manco, or not a Manco, a Murray Explorer. Brandon just showed me the sprocket on the jack shaft. Look at that
Missing
thing.
a few teeth.
So, what we're going to be doing to this thing is we got to cut this axle off because someone put a massive booger weld on it. Look at that.
That's a good one.
So we'll be cutting the axle off and putting hydraulic disc brakes in a Duramax 18 horse in a 40 series. So the reason we're using a Duramax instead of Predators is because the Duramax is cheaper and it's 20 more cc's. So why wouldn't you buy a Duramax over a Predator? We haven't had any trouble out with 18 horse Duramaxes, and if you use the link in the description to buy a Duramax, there's a discount code down there, and so you'll save even more. Duramaxes are way cheaper than a Predator 440. It's 20 more cc's, and other than that, the billet rod that fits a 420 Predator, the flywheel and cams work in a Duramax 440. So, you know, that's a plus too. You don't have to go searching for rods and stuff. So make sure to use that link and that discount code. You can save some money on a Duramax engine on a 7, 16, or an 18 horse Duramax. So let's get this thing chopped apart. Here, I'm done.
Get another wrench stuff.
Yeah. Different holes. So I was about to mount the engine on this. Under the jack shaft, these Murrays have this jack shaft torque converter set up. Look at this cheese wedge. Look at that. How many people's mounted some derelict engines on it? I had to cut some slits here, here, and here. And there was other I mean, it's insane. So this is a Go Power Sports plate. I cut the ears that these normally have ears hanging down on each side. I've cut them off. Since that's so ate up, I'm going to weld this plate, or actually I'm going to let Lonnie weld it right there. Lonnie's engaged now, so he's manlier than last time. Boy. He's manlier than last time you seen him. And so we're going to weld this plate over top of it. I've drilled some holes to do some plug welds, even though that one landed in a crack, just to make it not rattle, but Lonnie's going to put a couple fat welds around it. So Lonnie, you can kick that welder and gas on. And I'm going to hold this down because it's not that even Stevens. Or no. Alright.
How much did that thing go to? Like, how much do you go through?
I haven't bought gas in a pretty good while. And wire lasts me. I bought that welder holds the big wire, big spool wire, and it lasts me a couple months. Depends on, I mean, when I really start welding a bunch of big stuff.
Like this?
Yeah, it'll eat through some wire and gas.
You just want me to do like a little 2-inch?
You can do like, you know, one there, and like 4 down the sides. You know, hammer down, big dog. Alright, so I cut a piece of 1-inch, 1/8 walled square tubing, and I've welded some nuts in there, and these are 3/8 bolts. So basically what we'll do is weld this. I got the brake caliper tightened all the way up, so you know it's not going to slip on the rotor. So now we can set it right there. I can do a good weld all the way around this, and then we can unbolt everything off, fully weld it. But that'll be our brake caliper. These race brakes are the quickest way to mount any brake in a go-kart.
Way back.
We do have to run a pulse pump, so I'm going to bolt a pulse pump on this Go Power Sports top plate. And this does have the jetted carb, the Go Power Sports air filter adapter, and we're going to use probably an RLV muffler on it because I don't feel like fabbing up some crazy exhaust. And just put an RLV muffler on like a 1-inch or 1.5-inch head air. So look how close the torque converter is right here. It'll end up eating a hole in this. Well, no, it's just like 1/4 of an inch.
Can you not cut a little?
No, because it's only bows up here. I'm just going to let it eat where it needs to eat, but it isn't touching right now, so should be okay. She'll eat if you'll feed her. Make sure to go in our links and use our links to get one of these chain brakes that Go Power Sports has. We used to have the Amazon one that we didn't even know Go Power Sports had a chain brake, basically. And finally, Tim at Go Power Sports was like, hey, why aren't you using our Go Power Sports chain brake? And I said, well, because your boy didn't know you had one. So he sent us over these, and it's way better. The one on Amazon that we had wouldn't
Push it all the way out.
Yeah, it didn't push that pin all the way out. This one, you just tighten it up in there. I always hand tighten it, I'm sure. They tell you to use a wrench. And these are super cheap, and it's definitely the best piece of equipment you'll ever buy. So now, push that pin out. There we go. Simple as that. No, sorry.
Oh gosh.
I got it. You gotta kind of keep it on there.
Guys, don't forget, we got a meetup coming up May 31st and June 1st. Windrock Park's gonna be a lot of fun. Come out and ride with us. It's free to hang out, but it's $20 for a day pass to ride.
Okay, so to mount this race kart style master cylinder, I found out that Go Power Sports 4-hole gussets work perfect. We put 2 on each side. That's pretty nice because it takes, you know, a few minutes to cut those little brackets out, and that's going to look pretty cool and be super strong. So, and then I took a piece of 1/4-inch rod stock and bent it in the shape of an S, and now we have a linkage. You can either drill a little hole in that and put a cotter key, or what I like to do is cut about half that off and thread it for 1/4-inch, and because that is 1/4-inch, so a 1/4-inch die will thread right onto it. Then you can just put a lock nut on each side of it. It's pretty nice. So let's weld this thing. I'm scared of sparks, so I'm gonna weld from a distance.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, that's good.
That is strong.
Class A job right there.
It just knocked the slag away. And you got good penetration right in that area. That can cause a little bit of... What's right there? Jack this puppy up.
I got you.
You got me, bro.
Homeboy.
Thank you, cuz. Okay, so Skittles is pretty much done. We got to build a front bumper for it, probably in the next time you see it, and a little roll bar, kind of like a dingo. But we mounted this old lawnmower seat, just 3 bolts. We just drilled into the original seat plate, and we cut the back bars off the seat. They used to weld right there and come up. We cut those off and just bolted that seat to it. Don't forget, guys, Brad Hill makes these gas tanks. You can get them in any custom size and battery boxes. This is the medium tank that we use from him. He actually doesn't, unless you want him to, he doesn't weld these standoffs, these mounts to it. I took that up to my brother and he welded them on, because we never know how we're going to be mounting gas tanks. So gas tank is awesome looking. It's tough, and we got it run to a pulse pump. Remember, on these Duramax 18 horses or any big block, the best way to run vacuum to this pulse pump is you can either buy these little insulators that go in between the carb and the head that have a barb on them, or you can make your own with a 1/4-inch brake line. You can actually drill a 1/4-inch hole into your factory little insulator and kind of easily hammer it in there. That plastic snaps extremely easy, so be careful with that. As you can see how we hooked everything up. We got our pulse lines bolted down, so nothing's going to interfere with anything. Got that Go Power Sports top plate. This engine does have 50-pound springs, and then the jet and the carb, the air filter, and then we just did a standard go-kart exhaust. So actually, this is a build your own header kit from Go Power Sports that I just clocked how I liked it, welded it. These Go Power Sports mufflers, actually, it's insane how much it'll quieten down this 18 horse. Like, this isn't that loud at all. So, and of course we did those race brakes and a 40 series. Look how close it is, like it's touching that fender. But looks pretty cool, looks like a little tractor. So let's go out. We're gonna take it a couple rips around the yard and call this thing done. Okay, go for rips north. it's crazy, like you wouldn't think this suspension or this body would be that comfortable, but it is. It's extremely comfortable. These Springer spindles are completely shot. You can feel and hear the front end bouncing around. I'd rather not have those at all. And the reason I didn't replace the springs is I didn't have the right side. These Murrays take a certain side. This thing rips though. I mean, it's just fun all the way around. I like it quite a bit. Next time it's here, next time we work on it, we'll do a top speed run after a rotation. It's fun. It is good. Like it spins, but it's looking at the same time. I tell you, that's one of the smoothest riding. Like, I prefer this over Little Red any day. That's a comfortable go-kart, faux show. I like it.